Okay, let's see. I don't know why it keeps knocking out my audio. I have no idea why. It just keeps going muted. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see how long this lasts. Because I don't know why it keeps knocking out my audio. Audio, audio, audio. Okay, looks like it's fine now. So let's try this again. Shall we? Okay, so incredible greetings, everyone. I am Shakia, the professor of HSINK365. We are home of the Honestly Speaking brand of products. We carry the absolute best sublimation ink, sublimation paper, pigment ink. We have some other accessories on there as well. If you need empty cartridges, we have that on there, color charts and whatnot. So all that's available on our website, shop.hsink365.com. Our sublimation paper allows you to sublimate as low as 365 degrees. Amazing. Save a little bit of that energy. Don't have to burn up in your craft space or your workspace. As fast as 30 seconds because it is a fast release paper. It doesn't require any butcher paper on the back of it. It's not going to bleed through the back and get dye or ink or the gases on your platen, so it doesn't transfer to the next substrate. So you can definitely check that out. I've done tons and tons of videos live, so there's no trickery here. 365, 30 seconds. I've even done that on an easy press or a handheld press. So no matter if you have an inexpensive press or a bad boy like that Hotronix Fusion IQ, you can still sublimate at those same temperatures. Give or take a few degrees or a few seconds, depending on mainly your pressure and how even that is. But definitely check us out on our YouTube channel for all of the demos, or on our website, shop.hsink365.com. We're also the home of 365 Creative Academy, where we help you to unlock your creativity in a wide variety of trainings, like we're going to talk about today, which is Foamboard and being able to create cutouts and different things like those, or gift boxes or stands and displays, all sorts of things. So if you are a DIYer when it comes to events, you want to figure out how to save some coins. For the cost of this particular training, where you're going to learn a lot of different things when it comes to the boxes and things like that. This weekend, we are going to go through setting up a file and just having that ready to cut out. Yesterday, we went over creating boxes and things like that. And then we will go over, if you want to set up your file for cutouts and things of that nature. Okay. But these can go anywhere, depending on the market, anywhere from, I would say, at the very, very low end. I don't really sell them like that, but at the very low end, you have some people that will sell these for about 40, 50 bucks, all the way up to well over 100. Depending on the size, you can be over $200 once you learn this skill. All right, so I'm going to just share with you guys some of the cutouts that I have made. These were all made from foam board that you can buy locally, and using nothing more than an X-Acto knife and maybe a ruler here or there for straight areas. But for all of the curves in those things, this is all I use. Well, a variation of this. So I have a couple different craft blades I kind of filter through when I am doing these projects. Okay. If you haven't checked out the video yesterday, I went through displays and photo cubes and gift boxes and showed you guys some of those where the edges were really, really clean. So you can definitely check those out as well. But for this one, I told you guys that I was going to come back on, and because I said yesterday, I was like, shoot, I should have brought some of the cutouts so that you guys can see them. Some of you guys have probably seen them because you've been following me for quite some time. But if you are new here, let me know in the comments if you are new here, where you are watching from. If this is your first time catching me live, towards the end, or you can post drop your questions into the comments. I always try to go back and answer the questions and things that are in the comment section. So don't hesitate to drop any questions that you may have. I'll do my best to answer them, before we get off of here. Okay. But if this is your first time here, welcome, welcome. I have now about 9 years of content between my Facebook and my YouTube channels on so many different things. So you can definitely probably find older videos where I've gone over some of these things in detail, or you can join us for the Foamboard 101 seminar, or join the full summer school and you get access to it as well. All right. So some of you guys know what my child's name is. Well, don't blame us. It was the people at the center where we thought, well, the doctor's office where we thought that him was a girl, but he's very much so boy. Who very rambunctious little boy. But this was mine, which could never be put up because came out and my doctor said, "Congratulations, Shakia, you have a boy." Excuse me, ma'am. You know how many tutus I have? But this is a door sign for the hospital that I end up making for our second child. So it was supposed to be Zora Imani, as you can see, but his name is Zion Imani. So we made that. Okay, and this is nothing but 651, but you set the design up in Silhouette Studio. You let it cut it out. You put a little transfer tape on it, put it on here, and bam, you have this beautiful sign. So whether it's a birth announcement sign, if it is a sign for your business, you know, maybe you want to have an open and close sign for your door of your business. You want to have something that hangs in your workspace where your business, like especially if you do videos like me, have that hanging and your business information is there. If you are at an event, you want to kind of hang that, like put it on a display, make sure that from every part, no matter where someone is or how they approach your table, make sure that you have your information somewhere. Because what if you're interacting with a customer and they have your information blocked? You don't want to have to deal with the kind of, excuse me, let me get around, whatever. Everywhere that you can figure out a place to put your business information, have it there so that no one they don't have to interrupt you. So I hope that makes sense. That's a little extra gem for you, but things like this can definitely be made with foam board. These are very durable. Zainimani is 5 now, and I've actually just been holding on to this just because I made it when he was supposed to be born, but he's 5 now, and this is still very, very, they're durable when you use the right foam board. And then these cutouts, which so the neck on here did get a little bent, all right, but you can easily brace this in the back and put like a popsicle stick, or even put another piece of foam board here to brace this to where this could still be used. But yes, the way this was kind of thrown in the car, it did mess up some, but I just want you guys to see the cuts on there. Nice clean cuts, none of the foam bulging out. Maybe one little spot where I probably needed to use a new blade, but I get really clean cuts with nothing more than an X-Acto knife or a craft blade. So there's this one from Cocomelon, this one, and this is all 3/16. They also make foam core board that is much thicker than this if you want it to be thicker. These are a little bit easier to cut and get nice smooth cuts when it comes to this style. All right. And then you have, the ladies back there. There's actually some more of them, but I was not about to pull all those things out. And these are 2 years old, or like a year and a half, because actually she'll be 3 in October, November, one of those. So these are almost 2 years old because they were from a young lady's first birthday party. Okay. So that's that. So are the images laminated? No, they are not. So they're not laminated. These are printed onto glossy vinyl. I personally have a Roland BN20 that I print. I can print them out myself and just mount them to the foam board and then cut them out. But don't worry, if you don't have a Roland BN20, you can always outsource it. I know. as crafters, you guys want to figure out, well, how can I print it from the printers that I have in-house? I don't want to go outside. I want to keep all the money. That's the wrong way of thinking. Because if you had a printer, you're still going to have to pay for that printer, pay for the ink for that printer, do the maintenance on that printer. So if you only need a few prints, I outsourced my prints for 3 years before I invested in a Roland BN20. So don't think that you have to have one of those. You can even go to Walgreens. They have, and I think theirs, you might be able to get it same day or next day, to where they will print it on adhesive backing as well. So anywhere that does prints on adhesive backing, you can use it. Or if you want to, I have done plenty of them. If you look at like the videos yesterday, and I was showing them the ones from the Candyland, the one from my son's Paw Patrol Splash Party, those were printed from my Epson 7720, but you have to cut them up in sections. I have a class about how to do that as well. If you want to check that out over on the website or on 365 Creative Academy, or just go to shop.hsink365.com, and I show like how to use, you got to use your edit points to go in and create those areas where you can cut it and print it from just your regular printer, and then you're going to piece it together. When you make those cuts and like really in like key points, or like strategic, that's what I'm looking for, strategic areas, when you put it together, and you can't even really tell, like none of my cutouts do I ever create where there's like a line just going straight through. It's always contoured to a certain area. And I do have a class specifically about how to do that in Silhouette Studio. But these are glossy, printable adhesive vinyl. Okay. And so then just some others. This is Minnie, and I'm going to hold her up next to Mickey. So Minnie was done on a full, like just one 20 by 30. She might be about 30 inches. I think I maxed her out to about 30 inches to do the full board. And she might be a little bit smaller. Mickey, however, if you don't get the foam boards that are large, so like now we also get foam board like that are 20 by 30. Hobby Lobby has some. I forget the size of it. Hey, can you bring me one of those black ones that's on the table? Hobby Lobby has some that are a little bit bigger because I use them for backdrops for pictures. And then we also get some that are 4 feet by 8 feet, so I can do larger, like life-size style cutouts. But for the Mickey, he is, which again, this one kind of separated. These were not taken care of. I will say that. I wasn't expecting to get these back, and they end up bringing them back to me. I'm like, y'all, I don't do events like that anymore. I don't need these. But he is taped together. So it's 2 pieces taped together. So you can just see the difference in height. Okay. And then I have Filthy, which is also two different pieces put together. And he is, oh gosh, come on. So he's a little bit taller than Mickey, but Mickey is wider than him, although he kind of comes out wide at the top. But Mickey is technically like wider than him. All right. I think I designed both of these to where they didn't go past 20 inches as far as width. So I didn't have to worry about having like a foam board taped together up and down and also on the sides. If I had to do those, then I would use my 4 foot by 8 foot one. But for these, I think the little bit from him was like the rest of this one. So it just worked out. All right. So I have done these. And these are all hand cut by me. No machine cutting. Nice clean cuts on these. right up to the edge of the images. All right, I don't think someone heard me when I asked for the foam board, so I'll be right back. Oh, maybe I should have brought a comparison one. Hold on. So here is your standard 20 by 30. And like I said, Hobby Lobby does have this one. This is, it doesn't say, I forget how big this is. But Hobby Lobby also has this one. Okay, so you can see the differences in those if you don't want to tape them together. It's a little bit more pricey getting that one from Hobby Lobby than just the standard 20 by 30. But for some, time is worth more than what that price tag might say. Okay. So it is called foam core board. They are not all created equal. You can definitely go to the Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, places like that and find foam board, but they are not as dense. Like, it's really soft foam. The paper on the front of it is not so great. Doesn't take well to spray paint. These, they take well to spray paint, which I wanted to show you guys. I just pulled down one of them. This was one of the 3D buildings that I showed in yesterday's video when I went to my Instagram and I was showing those. So this is one of those 3D buildings. Okay. And so spray paint takes to these quite well. Yes, there is. It is Wednesday, Thursday, and then Saturday. Let's see. I use Walgreens all the time. The lady that works there always compliments my designs. I use coupons too. Amen. Thank you, Octavius. How art thou? Let's see. Yes, definitely hit that like button. Hello, hello. I didn't say hello to everyone. Incredible greetings. Thank you. Incredible greetings. Incredible greetings. Hey, hey, hey. All right. Hello, how are you? Incredible greetings. Okay, so if you are just joining, we are talking about foam board and how it can benefit a couple different industries or people. Whether you are a DIYer and let's say you are a mom, you want to DIY and you want to be able to have all of these great things that you might see at events, they can get pretty pricey. The materials, not so bad as far as buying them, and you can really do this with inexpensive tools. Like I said, an X-Acto knife, just getting the replacement blades and just put in a little bit of elbow grease, a little sweat. Oh, sometimes, may not cut right. You may even have to put in a little blood, but it's really like the overall supplies or the core supplies for this is really, really inexpensive. You can create things where if you wanted to do these and you are great at painting, you can paint them. When it comes to painting, I typically, if I'm going to sell them, I typically prefer to do it on wood because the amount of time that it takes to paint that's a lot of labor on just foam board, where some people may not see the value in it because it is foam board, but they don't understand really how much, like the pricing in it is not just the material or the substrate, the media. That's what the media that it's on, it's all of the work to paint it. But if I have to do something where it's just a print and cut and things like that, I'll just go basically print that out, put that on there, and then just cut around it. It makes it to where you can price it a little bit more affordable than you spending hours and hours and hours hand painting things. That's where wood comes into play, because for some people, their minds just sees wood as being more durable than something like foam. Okay. But if you are a DIYer right now, the whole craze of, which I did one before, I gotta try and find it, the craze of Barbie, because the movie's coming out. So if you were doing a watch party, if you were doing just a Barbie themed party for your kids, you can use foam board to either create a life-size Barbie box, create Barbie box for centerpieces or displays for cupcakes and things of that nature. Although I'm going to give you guys some ideas, although, most people think like, okay, you make the box, you put a Barbie in it, but I showed where you can put shelves in some of them. Where is the one that has the shelf in it? Although technically a Barbie box is a little bit narrow, I can take this, make a cover for it that has the Barbie and like the cutout. I can take this, make it versatile to where I can now either spray paint this pink, use the same exact one, spray paint it pink, or I can cover it in vinyl, and I can have shelves on it to where I'll probably put another one here, and I can put cupcakes or treats and have that for a display for a table for a Barbie themed party. So again, the possibilities are totally and completely endless. If you are someone that does balloon decor, you want to hide that balloon weight and just make it look really nice. Just up that order value just a little bit more. Offer them something like a custom, like basically, let's say it was like this one, a denim and diamond theme party, and then you're able to put either a balloon weight and have your helium balloons coming out of it, or you can get certain stands or make stands to where this becomes the base. You'll have your stand and you can do the balloon topiary. Like again, I'm telling y'all, the possibilities are endless. You just have to know the right skills, the right tools to use to be able to make these, whether you're making them for yourself, if your core audience is working with other event planners and decorators who really want to focus on putting the event together and maybe not doing the hands-on of like decorating, of making items, you can market these to them. You can market them to maybe parents who don't really have the time to put them together, but they're going to do their event and may not want to pay for the labor of an event planner and event decorator. That's a great market to seek out for these services. Or again, just for yourself. You don't have to All right, sorry about that. But if you like for your business, if you do pop-up shops, if the acrylic ones are really nice, but sometimes, those can be a bit pricey. You may have to build your way up that. Like, use what you can until you can get what you want. So if you want to make like little signs and be able to just print out and adhere them, make additional little frames for your QR codes. If you want to make a sign for your business, for teachers, you can create cutouts to decorate your room. Some of these cutouts like these, I've put little hooks on them and I have hung them from drop ceilings. I've hung them from balloon arches. I've put them on, stands for balloon arches, and like it just sits on the stick for it. So many possibilities. They've been cupcake stands, treat stands, displays. I've put them as displays. Like if you look at Ziny Mani's first birthday, I think it is, the Muppet Babies, his gable boxes were sitting on a stand, and I made that one from foam board. Man, I've done so much. Foamboard is one of my favorite medias to work with. All right. So as I said before, if you had any questions for me, definitely go ahead and drop those questions. We have the summer school going on right now, which is 5 weeks, and you get access to all of the different seminars within this 5 weeks. So we had the business week the first week. We had to take a little break for a week, but this week we started the Foamboard 101. Next week is custom ribbons. The week after that is sublimation. Emphasis on apparel and drinkware. And then we have the world of transfers, which is taking over. I mean, whether it's screen print transfers, DTF transfers, even sublimation transfers, stop trying to piece together those all over shirts. Order you a sublimation transfer. You'll be able to get way more done. Don't think about it saying, oh, I have to pay $7, $8, $12 for this transfer. The amount of times, like, you'll get this transfer, you put your shirt down, and yes, you might still have to press in sections, but think about how much time you're going to save where you don't have to go in and split it, then wait for them to all print from one printer. You're waiting it section by section. Then you have to cut it down, piece it together. Then it's like, man, I got to lift this up, put it back down because it didn't quite line up. No lines in your print, no white areas. If you want to do 3D shirts and you don't have a large format printer, please invest in transfers. Oh my gosh, I cannot stress that enough. Please invest in transfers. But you also have like Stalls that does embroidery transfers and patch-like transfers. So there's the world of transfers is really, really, really just, it's going to make lives easier for those who maybe want to start a business and have minimum space to have all these major printers. Maybe you don't have time to worry about the maintenance. You can still turn a really, really great profit by having transfer. So that's the last week. So you can either sign up for the full the full 365 Creative Academy Summer School. The link is in the description of the video. I'm also going to drop it in the comment section. Or you can attend either one of those seminars, whichever one interests you the most. You can attend those individual seminars. So right now we are in the week of Foamboard. Yesterday we went over designing and knowing the sizes and the supplies and tools and things like that that you would need to be able to create these. Today, we're going to go over the business side of it. How much does this cost? How much can this save you? I know we have someone that's there, and she does a lot of vendor. So I was telling her, the amount of displays that you can create, and I gave her some other suggestions on things that she can use or she can do with the displays. So we're going to talk about how, once we break down the price, what somebody else would charge for this, then you're seeing, if you have the time. Now, if you're swamped, you might just want to have someone do it for you or just go and buy it. But if you have time, you have extra time, but not extra money, then when you want to make it yourself, know that they will be temporary, setups, but you can definitely still do it for yourself. You may have to do a little bit more if you're outside with weights and things like that, weighing it down, but it definitely, having this skill comes in handy. And then on Saturday, we are going to learn the techniques for getting really clean cuts when you are cutting it yourself. So today's session is at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so you can take a late lunch or early lunch. I won't keep you no more than an hour and a half because of the Q&A part of it. If you miss part of, you have to leave. Your lunch period ends. It's fine. You get unlimited access to the playbacks. The playbacks are available almost immediately after the session. And then on Saturday, it is at 10 a.m. because it's going to be a little bit of a longer day. It was originally scheduled for Friday, but some of you guys know I had a little health scare, so I have to now limit how long my days are. So staying here to 9, 10 o'clock when I come in early just wasn't going to work on Friday. So we had to move all of those sessions to Saturday mornings. That way I can still, have a restful day. So those will be on Saturday for all the production days will be on Saturday. Okay. Any questions for me? Again, open call for questions. If you have any questions for me, I'll be more than happy to answer them. If not, we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. I just wanted to come back on because, like I said yesterday, I'm like, dang it, why didn't I think to bring those? I just wanted you guys to see the large cutouts. Ooh, look, there's a little bit of foam right there. There we go. Me and my buddies. And depending on how they're going to be used, how they're going to be transported, there are different ways that the stands can be made. So as you can see, this is a slightly different setup than, oh, come on. Then this one, this is a little, ooh, this one's a little bit easier, but for transport, like these were like set up ready to just go and just place down. Transport on these is not as easy as the other ones. So it just really depends on, you know, if it's a pickup, a local pickup, if you have to ship them and things like that. You just want to think about the different ways to mount a stand to the back. Okay, but this is one of the easiest ways to do it. All right, let me grab those links for you, but they are in the description of this video. Don't forget to click out, if you're on YouTube, click out of the chat so that you can give this video a thumbs up. Oh, there it is. Copy, paste. What way, like, so seeing some of these items, whoa, the other one I forgot to show you guys was, if you just got here, was the sign. So I made this door sign, but of course it can be a sign for anything. I've also made signs for bridal showers, baby showers, things of that nature. These were the towers that I showed yesterday. Here is the 3D building that goes with this. So as you can see, like this one, I think I kind of rushed the paint job, but it paints. These paint very well. The paper does not come up. The foam does not melt when you're spray painting these because the paper on these are super, super thick. They don't warp a lot, but I also spray paint them in a way to where I do it in layers. I try not to do like one big old thick layer of spray paint. All right, so if there are no questions, I thank you guys for your time. I look forward to seeing you guys in session, or if you purchase it after the fact, you have access to our student union. So if you ever get stuck and you have questions along the way, you are never left on your own. We're always here to help. Just post a question in the student union or post a question on the actual playback video, and either myself or someone who may come across it and they understand, you know, what your question is, they will answer it. They're actually quite helpful. So don't hesitate, or, you know, to post questions. We're here to help. Don't feel like any question is a silly question, foolish question. Post your questions. Better for you to ask the question and get the answer than spend countless amount of time, hours trying to figure out yourself, making all of these different mistakes and getting frustrated. We don't want you to be frustrated. We want you to enjoy being a creative entrepreneur, or event planner, or just, you know, just a DIYer. We don't want you to be stressed about your child's birthday party. We want you to enjoy the process and be able to get this done smoothly. So do not hesitate to ask questions. Okay. What would you use if I want to print and attach to Foamboard? So you would use, I'm not sure if you got it. You should have gotten your email, and you can also ask that question in class, because I know that you had an issue with all the hospital scare stuff. I guess I didn't click something for the email to be sent out to you guys, but you should have your email now to attend the Zoom. So with putting them on there, these were all done. These are ones I've done within the past year since I've had my rolling. So these were printed on adhesive vinyl and then just put on the foam board. But I have done them before with just regular paper that I printed with my Epson 7720. And you can use spray adhesive if you want. You can, I like to paint on liquid glue. So you can get the paintbrush and paint that on and then put it onto your foam board. So any type of adhesive, whichever adhesive you prefer, that's what you would use. Yes, you can. We showed that yesterday. So if you want, I don't have any of the blocks. So if you mean more so like a block with it open, you can make those. And I showed one yesterday from my Instagram from my baby shower. And you can have it where it is clear and you would just put acetate or put like a sheet protector there. You can also put paper there where it looks like a box. A block. I posted I made a post that had quite a few pictures and you can see different baby blocks on those as well. But this was like a photo cube. So this is basically the foundation of it. So you can either do it this way or you can do it. This one isn't glued together yet. Or you can do it where you put the trim and things on it. That, like I said, this is the gift box. So for a baby shower, you can even make it still look like a baby block, but do the same thing at the top so that all of the cards and gift card, any cards or anything that can fit in this slot can go in there. And then that just comes off so they can take it out. So yes, you definitely can create things for a baby shower. So if you're hosting and you want to kind of keep costs down and you have the time and you're able to buy those supplies, yes, you definitely can. Hey, just say. All right, every time I get ready to close out, y'all post a question. You are very, very welcome. You're welcome. And don't forget, don't hesitate to ask those questions in the training as well. So I know you are signed up. If I'm not mistaken, I think I saw your name on the participants list yesterday. All right. All right, y'all. Thank you guys so very much. Head over to the website. If not to pick up the classes, check out our products. I will be doing a video later today after the class because someone asked about if you have a 10-inch wind spinner, but your printer only prints 8.5 inches wide, how can you tape them together and not get that line of demarcation? We are definitely going to go and do a demonstration for that later on today. So make sure you turn notifications on. If you have not done so already, click it. On Facebook, it says see first. I think on YouTube, it says see all. For YouTube, it will only be on the Honestly Speaking platform. But yeah, be sure to come on back. It'll be sometime after my class. We're going to just do a quick demo. I'm already going to have everything printed out. Just going to tape it together for a wind spinner with using 8.5, I bit my tongue, using 8.5 inch wide paper, whether it's 8.5 by 11 or 8.5 by 14. That is what we are going to do later on today. All right. So until next time, guys, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.